The chaos in Canada continues. Welcome back to Moose and Loose. My name's David. Today we got a bit of a different episode here on my second channel. So I've gathered a bunch of different clips over the past few months that I just haven't been able to put on the main channel. They're a little too spicy for that channel. I am able to share them on this channel because I have a high rating on this channel. What we've been seeing since the election is just more ramping up of Palestinian protesters taking over the streets, causing havoc, blocking roads, directly affecting major infrastructure here, which could have or has already affected Canadian lives and blocking streets that ambulances need to use. And what we just saw recently, just yesterday, is a large gathering downtown Vancouver, smoke grenades, causing a lot of havoc. The same sort of display we saw earlier with the whole chants, D word to Canada, D word to United States. This time it's at the Olympic Torch and not at the downtown Vancouver Art Gallery. So what you're going to see here is a set of clips with the dates so you know when each clip was over the past few months. Let's jump into this. Let's start this one off. This one coming from Vancouver. This was originally posted by Leviathan. Palestinian protesters lighting off smoke grenades. This is highly illegal. I'll break down why. I mean, there's obvious reasons here, but first off, so they've got some music going on here, but they have multiple smoke grenades. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 of them. They're running around with their cameras here, getting some social media clips, waving their flags. So the main thing here, they're right on this downtown stretch here. There's no doubt that this smoke is going all over downtown and into the streets, first off. Not to mention people who work in these buildings, they don't want to be around this. They don't know if people are allergic to this stuff. It's just scary. I mean, people don't want to be near this stuff. This is not a peaceful protest. Not only that, though, they have loud music here. Vancouver bylaw, they're doing some demonstration here. Vancouver bylaw states that between, I believe, 10 a.m. and 7 p.m., you can't have any music over 55 decibels. They're using a loudspeaker system. No doubt are they violating that bylaw. As I just mentioned, there's like 6, 7 smoke grenades going off. Those are a fire hazard. Those are a low-level pyrotechnic. And there's a fire ban in Vancouver right now, so they violated that right there. So they should instantly be getting a fine times 7 times just for that. Fine for all their smoke grenades, which is blocking traffic and people walking around, disturbing the public, which is another violation. I drape myself in lies, but the world sees my, B-L-O-O-D. That's his protest. And the front side says, I called it defense, yet my true color is the G word. If you want to fight for your country, you got to go home. Disrupting Canadian lives doesn't do anything. They all know this. They all don't want to go home and fight. They'd rather just disrupt Canadian lives and pretend that's a real protest. So this here has broken numerous laws, without question. We've got the Vancouver bylaws right here. You can see in the top, bylaws.vancouver.ca. We've got this. So those smoke grenades are technically a low-level pyrotechnic. It's a low-level kind of firework. And while you are allowed to buy them, you are allowed to use them. In Vancouver, you have to have a permit. No person shall purchase, sell, offer for sale, transport, store, possess, or discharge fireworks without obtaining a permit from the fire chief. I'm going to go on a limb here and say they don't have permits from the fire chief. Now, if they do, by all means, come on out. Show us your permits. I'm going to call bull crap that they have permits from the fire chief, because the fire chief would not allow these people to set off 5, 6, 7 low-level pyrotechnics when there's a fire ban in the province. It's not going to happen. There's no way a fire chief would allow that. Also on this one here, bylaw amendment number 12472 at the bottom here, it says right here, decision by a court that any part of this bylaw is illegal, void, or unenforceable serves that part from this bylaw and not to accept the balance of this bylaw. It's illegal to use these smoke grenades in Vancouver. Their music is too loud. They need a permit for that. And Vancouver has bylaws for disturbing the peace, which they're also doing. I mean, this area here, there's a bunch of people who like to sit out there with their laptops. There's no way that they would allow this here. The only time they really allow stuff here is if it's a big event. I used to live right down there. And since that's not private property, they can't claim that. This also could potentially be a disruption to the public that's walking by, as well as a traffic bylaw number 2849. It could also potentially violate fireworks regulation bylaw number 11316 and Vancouver noise control bylaw number 6555. The problem we have in Canada is there's no rule of law. These guys are breaking the law. They don't get charged. Canadians get treated like second-class citizens in our own country. And you're going to see that as we go through the clips in this video. Next up, we got this one from Daisy Media. Breaking: Palestinian protesters take over La Presse office in response to the elimination of Chips and Hummus member Anas Al-Sharif, who was posing as an Al Jazeera journalist. I mean, there's so many cops there, like, just push them out. What is this? They're basically intimidating La Presse office. Do something. Next up, we got an ambulance here who's unable to drive through here, as Josh Ryan says, a Yonge Street blocked north of Bloor and Yonge intersection due to, well, these characters. So these characters blocking the road. Is someone going to perish because of this? As he says, does someone have to perish before someone in authority does something? This ambulance is getting U-turned because of the protesters. I've been saying it for so long. Eventually, these people are going to get someone in trouble. And that's what we're seeing here. Ambulance can't make it through. The ambulance is U-turning because of these people. This is absurd. Absolutely absurd. Isn't the city legally obligated to keep access for emergency vehicles? This is a matter of public safety, but the city doesn't care. The rules aren't followed in our country. Next up, we got a clip of Bill Maher laying it out straight with what the Palestinian protesters have done to trick young Americans, and as Brian Lilly says, young Canadians, to support the wrong side. The youth in both our countries don't understand what they're supporting.
Their young people, their key constituency, not only don't like their own civilization, they like the wrong one. They actually think Hamas is a liberation movement. They chant for the Houthis. They're chanting, "We will honor our martyrs" at Yale. They're looking for love in all the wrong countries. Someone needs to tell the kids that America is not the society where women basically have no rights, where there's zero freedom of religion and where dissent is punishable by death. But we still have elections. They don't. And yet at Coachella this year, when an Irish rap group projected onto screens, Israel, free Palestine, got big applause. Globalize the Intifada is the catchphrase that's really catching on these days.
I mean, the fact that you've got groups that say gays for Palestine, if anyone who is gay who went over to Palestine and announced that they're gay, then they would get punished in a way that is not nice. They would get ended by Hamas and Hezbollah. They don't allow that over there. People in the West are getting used by these groups and they don't even know it.
As if worldwide suicide bombing and cosplaying Islamic revolutionaries is the answer to our problems. At an AOC Bernie Sanders rally in Idaho last month, someone threw a Palestinian flag over an American flag, and the crowd erupted in approval. What should have happened after that is one of the adults on stage should have told their young, loyal followers, this is not a symbol of freedom. This is.
Bill Maher is a liberal, but a more centrist liberal. I agree with what he has to say, especially on woke issues like DEI initiatives. That is the interesting thing here. He isn't a conservative, he's a liberal. Next up, we got this one from Chris Stacey. This is quite something. The guy filming here is the bodyguard for a girl that's behind him. She's holding a flag that's a half Canadian, half Jewish flag. They're walking across the street over to these protesters. Palestinian protesters don't like it. The cop then basically admits that it's dangerous to go near them.
Hey!
So much noise distraction there. Are they going to jail? So somebody grabbed her flag and tried to run off with it.
Hey. Give the flag back. Give the flag back.
I can't show any of the footage of them wrestling over it, but that's what they're doing.
Give the flag back.
Give me my flag. Get on.
Gary. Fine.
Another person comes in, starts wrestling with her.
Off the road. Let go. Enough. Hey. Get here, back up. Okay, wait. Do we know what we're doing here? Wait. Let's walk across the street and have a conversation. Okay, monsieur. I'm getting hit now because of stuff that's going on here.
The cop just admitted that he's getting hit by Palestinians because of this.
I don't have an issue with you guys protesting. Okay. But you know what you're going into, right? Walking straight into a crowd like that?
Well, then you should control your crowd, officer.
Yeah, that's just it. They're being dangerous, then maybe they should go to jail.
The crowd is protesting. When the left did up.
We protest for Canada. Do we do
you
that?
walked right into a crowd, right? You walked into a crowd. Did you walk into the crowd?
Should protesting crowds do that?
Exactly. Should protesting crowds be dangerous? When Canadians protest, like Freedom Convoy or any other protest, Canadians are not dangerous.
You the question.
Of course I did.
Okay, so what did you think was going to happen?
You need to do your job. We protest too.
Did you walk past me? Did you say that you were coming to protest?
I'm talking now. I protest on behalf of Canada all the time. I protest on behalf of Israel, and we never react like that.
So if somebody came into yours like that, what would you expect to happen?
People are reacting like that.
If somebody came over,
look at the Freedom Convoy, sir.
Okay.
When the left came at us during the Freedom Convoy, we kept it peaceful, right? During the Freedom.
This is disgraceful. He's admitting that they're dangerous and they're not doing anything about it. Next up, we got Pierre Poilievre posting this one coming from JCC Montreal. It says, enough is enough. Another threat tonight, this time one against our Jewish schools and synagogue. Please advise the Talmud study and evening prayers be suspended or moved. Let that sink in, children. Told to go home. Congregates forced to pray elsewhere because of bad times. So Pierre Poilievre saying this is unacceptable. All governments need to protect Jewish communities against growing threats and danger. Enough is enough. Every child must feel safe going to school. We also have this one from Michael Cooper. Said today for the second time my constituent's office was vandalized because my constant support for Israel and Canada's Jewish community. Vandalism and threats are never acceptable. I'm not intimidated and won't be silenced by these thugs. MP Cooper supports the G word. Next up, we got this one. Says Los Angeles resident records what a mall looks like right now in downtown LA. Every store is boarded up, fortified. This is California. This is supposed to be one of the most prestigious, iconic places on earth. This is crazy. They've boarded up every single store. You can see Target's open. They just boarded it up because there's too many riots. There's too many crazies out there. I mean, look at all of them. H&M, all of them. Sephora, Victoria's Secret, similar to another city, Portland, Oregon. Ugh, look at this disgusting mess. This is nasty. I was just in San Francisco on Friday, the 6th, Fisherman's Wharf and surrounding areas, many restaurants, businesses closed. I've been down there. People are allowed to steal under $900 in San Francisco, something like that. So many businesses just shut down because the laws are stupid in San Francisco. It says many street vendors selling the same food, big hot dogs to each other. Very sad. I would not want to go back. Yeah, I wouldn't go back there either too. Moving ahead here, we've got this one posted on my own account. It's Palestinians call for official Nakba Day be recognized in Canada among many other demands. So the Nakba Day, it marks the beginning of the destruction of Palestine homeland and the mass displacement in 1948. So they essentially have a whole bunch of demands. They want the federal government in Canada to recognize not only this day as an official day in Canada, but a bunch of other stuff.
Now is the time to take action so that our words match our actions. So let me give a brief overview of the Nakba Bill. The Act asks for, among other items, the following changes in our relationship with Palestinian human rights. First, that Canada mark the 15th of May as the annual Nakba Day. That Canada recognizes Palestinian statehood, as numerous experts asked Canada to do at the Foreign Affairs Committee during their study last year. That Canada expands its one-way weapons embargo against Israel to include transparency measures that identifies all weapons exports and removes any loopholes. That Canada bans IDF recruitment on its soil. That Canada recognizes the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court, including in its advisory opinion. That Canada bans all imports generated from illegal settlements under international law. That Canada applies sanctions against leaders currently wanted by the ICC on accusation of war crimes against humanity, as well as Israeli leaders sitting in the Netanyahu's war cabinet. That Canada builds and adopts a definition of anti-Palestinian racism at the federal level.
What? A definition of anti-Palestinian R word. It's a little bizarre because we already have laws that cover all cultures. There doesn't need to be laws specifically for Palestinians. Not to mention when you have chants like death to Canada in our own streets, burning Canadian flags, that pisses people off. As well as the year and a half plus of streets blockaded, protesting, drums banging. I'm not saying the R stuff is warranted, but there's a reason why people are pissed off.
And that Canada reforms the Special Measures Program to allow Palestinians in Gaza to more easily reunite with their loved ones here in Canada.
Once again, I think the first step is to get all of the protesters out of the streets blocking major infrastructure. We just had ambulances being turned around by the police because they couldn't get through because of one of these protests. Did somebody perish? Was somebody's life negatively affected? Did someone lose a loved one because these protests were blocking major infrastructure?